All right, everybody. I hit you with the cliffhanger last night, mainly out of nerves because the last time we were in the playoffs, things did not go all that well. And by that, of course, I mean we made it to the Stanley Cup final. We're up 2-0 and lost in 6 games. So there was that. The franchise mode for you to be disappointed in that one. Yeah, Circuit probably. But you know what's funny is, who knows? Tonight could be the night, right? Tonight could be the night. This could be the run right here, right now. It probably won't be, but it could be. The last thing that we did, where we left off, was the idea of can we find a top-notch sniper for the top 6? And ultimately, the answer was no. Unless we sit here and heavily overpay to bring back Ruben Green for one season, half a season at this point, and then knowing that we're going to lose him. That's the only way we're getting a player of that caliber. I'm not sure if it's worth it, right? And when I say overpay, I mean overpay, right? Like, we have a ton of first-round picks. It'll probably take 4 of them. It might even take 5 of them. It might. That's a lot to give up. So what we did instead was I wanted to go through and make a trade to see what I thought about the roster from that point on. And we actually made 3 trades. We looked to improve the backup goaltending. We acquired Sam Urson and Kevin Riedler for a combined 4th and 2 5th-round picks. And then we also got Alex McLean from Dallas for a 3rd-round pick. He is a very, very gritty 4th liner, and that is allowing us to move up one Aiden Bodens. Now, Bodens was not the guy that I planned on potentially being able to compete for the Calder, but there is an opportunity for him to win the Calder Trophy this year. He has 38 points. He has been on the top power play. And again, to get you a look at Alex McLean here, I mean, again, 5-star physical, 98 aggression, 93 body checking, 53 fighting skill. But he does run around and hit people, which is really, really nice. Remember Ty Bodens? I do. So I'm intrigued, right? Like, is this good enough? Is this good enough? Or is it worth overspending? Drifting Fury coming in on the 5 months. Fury, welcome back. Welcome back. JD, by the way, it's always a good time when that happens. Today I found out about Steel Boomer. How didn't you know about Steel Boomer? We had him in franchise modes. Newbie hockey question, what's with the lines? Define the question of what's with the lines. Are you talking about the way it works in the game, or like at a base level, how do the lines work and like the inner workings of the sport? How newbie are we talking? Where's Wasteblot? We traded him. It was time for him to go. It was time. Is Bowden's good enough? Is he good enough? Let me check rookie scoring. Let me check. And what's up? What are the lines and how do they work? So essentially, you know, it's no different than a bench in NBA or, you know, anything like that. Typically, your best players are on the highest lines. And I don't know. Chat, how can you think of how to explain to somebody brand new to hockey what the point are, or what the point is, and what the lines are for? Come up with your base explanation before I lose my train of thought here, because Jesus. Bodens is in the lead. If we think about the future, we use Aiden Bodens on the top line. Because, again, Bernie Mathot just wasn't cutting it. He has no shot of winning the Calder. I think we got to use Bodens here, but, man, this could be our last great chance at competing for the Cup. We don't want to waste it. expiring contracts this year. Taves and DuPont as RFAs. West will have to be signed. We don't really have anybody major to re-sign UFA-wise. And then, of course, we got the goalies that are in the mix. It's just going to be such a hefty trade. And again, Green is the best option. There were a lot of options, but he is the best one out of any other player in the league because of our limitations with cap space. Now, the one benefit to trading all these first rounders is that there's a decent likelihood that all 5 of these first rounders will be outside of the draft lottery. I don't think this goes through. If this goes through, I take it, but I don't think it does. Man, we're talking 4 first-round picks, probably. That's so much to give up, man. That is so much to give up. Got the NHL Beast. What's going on? God, that is a lot to give up for a rental, man. That is a lot to give up. Aiden Bowden's might be good enough, though. He might be. He's on the top power play with Diorio and Misa. Didn't we try 4 first-rounders last? I think we did, yeah, when testing it out. Again, the trade deadline is tomorrow. Are we truly going all in for the Cup this year, or do we want to play it safe? Guarantee that we get ourselves a Calder winner, which means his potential will go up, which is really nice. He'll get a nice boost for that. Damn. This is a tough choice, and I thought I had my mind made up, and now that we're here, I don't. Oh boy, is there a franchise player in the draft this year? The Swede from Linköping, Henrik Forsberg, the Forsberg. As a sniper, no less. Jesus Christ, I mean, that's the guy. If we keep those 5 first-round picks, that's the guy to trade up to number 1 to get, to be the long-term right-wing sniper that we need. Fuck. He's the guy. He is the guy. We won't be able to use him for the first couple years because we're going to have to play the contract game. Damn, it's Peter in disguise. Son of Peter, Henrik Forsberg. What about Yanni Santaviori? 3 years out. Are there guys to sell if you want to wait to go for it next year? I mean, we do still have some players that we could move on from right now to try and get that trade to go through, but it's unlikely. Okay. We are guaranteed to not be able to keep Ruben if we bring him back. That's why we traded him in the first place. It's 5 first-round picks that we currently have. There's someone like Horkoff, Stewart, Rogowski. Of course, Jordan Harris is getting older. But Bowden's value will skyrocket. And then goalie-wise, Mike, he wouldn't be valuable enough. Like, Ruben wouldn't be valuable enough to flip for the first overall pick because he'll be without a contract, so his trade value will plummet at the draft. I think I know what we're going to do. I think I know. We're going to stay the course. I might regret this. But we're going to stay the course. We'll see if it works. We'll see. God, what happened to the other goalie? He wouldn't sign a contract. We had to trade him. I have a really stupid question. It's the most obvious thing ever, but is NHL ETA when they're expected to grow to NHL overall? Yes. Yeah. So ETA, estimated time of arrival, and yes, that is when they're pretty much going to be ready to go. So pretty much if they're NHL ready, you're looking at like at least a 78 overall. If it's 1 year out, low to mid 70s, 2 years out, low 70s, high 60s, 3 years out, mid to high 60s. 4 years out, mid 60s. 5 years out, they could be anywhere from a fucking 45 to a 63 in that range. So, yeah, higher the ETA, the better starting overall. Aiden Bodens, don't make me regret this, buddy. Like, that second line should destroy worlds. Misa and Diorio together should be awesome. The bottom six is defensively responsible. Our defense, we still have DuPont and Cripps. Again, Jordan Harris is plummeting. But... And then goalie-wise, Manny James is the guy. With Riedler as the backup right now, again, we acquired both he and Sam Urson to compete for that backup spot in case the worst case scenario happens. And then Bernie Mathot will be sent down to the AHL once the regular season is over. That way we don't lose him on waivers for nothing. So let's see what happens. Let's see. Will we have enough firepower to get to where we want to be? We will see. Ryan McLeod. How good are you? Depth forward? Might as well claim him. He'll make the AHL team better for the playoffs. I'm going to have to try to put him through waivers myself, but if he clears, he'll be really good for the AHL team. And he did clear. There you go. There you go. There you go. All right, gentlemen, how are we going to do? Did I make a mistake in not fully investing and going all in this season? Or have we made the right decision to look towards the future a little bit while also still having a really competitive team? I mean, we are in the conversation to be able to win this division title alongside Toronto. So, we are in the conversation. 11 games to go, even on points. Now, 10 games to go and even on points. I don't think we play them again. All right, well, Sergachev mentioned it, so now I got to skip it. Anytime someone's like, ooh, this song, I always just skip it just to be a jerk. Just to be a jerk. 45. 24-8. 9-0-1 in our last 10. Manny James rocking a 908 save percentage, which is okay. 4th in goals for, 16th in goals against. Top power play in the league, second best penalty kill. We have clinched a playoff spot, and we are neck and neck with Ottawa now, our old pals, the Ottawa Senators. Okay. Right. New Jersey is a 10-2 victory. Los Angeles, 4-1. We're in the driver's seat. Now we're not. Sens have tiebreaker on us. 3 games left tied in points. Pittsburgh. I must have hit play, didn't I? Oh, nope, we did this. Okay, we'll sim it. And we lose 2-1. In regulation, I believe. I don't even know how the hell I just did that. What the hell just happened? Yeah, we did lose 2-1. Okay. I didn't even think I hit the button that fast, but I guess I did. I guess I must have hit sim game, not advanced day. Detroit, 4-3 win. Might come down to the final game of the season. If we win and Ottawa loses, it looks like we can beat them on tiebreaker now. If we lose, it will be yet another first round showdown with the Toronto Maple Leafs. Shout out to Clem Kinetic on the 8 months on the primer. Thank you very much for that. Please let that bring us some luck. Can we win this game? No, we cannot. St. Louis shuts us out. Shit. It will be a round 1 showdown with the Toronto Maple Leafs. Again. The Sens will be playing the Boston Bruins. The Flyers take on the Blue Jackets, and the Penguins play the Capitals. The western side, it is Seattle versus Nashville, St. Louis versus Los Angeles, Calgary, San Jose, Chicago, and Minnesota. Most people love playing the Leafs in the first round. Yeah, it kind of sucks. It's opposite day for me, doesn't it? Kind of sucks, but that's where we're at. Let's take a look at how everybody did here. So Aiden Bodens finishes the year with a very respectable 56 points. That should be enough for him to win the Calder Trophy at age 24. And again, he is one of those guys that I signed long-term in advance. So if he can win the Calder, that puts us into a really, really good spot. These are the type of guys that need to develop. Like, we are essentially playing Artemi Panarin simulator in terms of player development. Michael Misa, 32 goals, 51 assists, was a minus 12 because, again, we did so much with the line mix and matching to try and get my thought going, and it just didn't work. Misa suffered as a result. 56 goals, though, for Alessandro Diorio. Certainly stepping into that void that was left behind. Back-to-back seasons with at least 54 goals. Very nice. And again, he still has 1 year left. Only 1 year left. Mr. Webster. Danny, good to see you, my man. How you been? Did you get one of those Zambonis? Did you? Thank you for the 43. Plus minus represents you being either on the ice for a goal for your team or a goal against. So, for example, Diorio was on the ice. More often than not, the team was scoring when he was on the ice. Misa on the ice for more goals against than goals for that his line would have produced. Spicy on the primer as well. 15 months. The primers keep rolling in. Everyone freaking paying those Bezos bucks in the middle of the month, apparently. Appreciate you. Again, hope everyone's doing well. I'm about to not be because we're going to the playoffs against the Leafs again, and we know what happens there. Stenberg had a horrible season. He was another guy that really suffered because we could not get Bernie Mathot to go. Zambonis are a hot commodity, but I'll continue. Thank you. For anyone who does not know, the Vegas Golden Knights put out a Zamboni chicken tender bucket. And Danny, who covers the Vegas Golden Knights for a living, I mentioned this to him, and not only, of course, does he need to look to get one, but I've asked him, like, hey, if you can possibly get one for me, I would appreciate it. Because, I mean, dude, look at this thing. Like, look at this thing. Like, people freak out about popcorn buckets for the movie theater. Like, look at this. God damn. I want one. I want one. Anyway, Stenberg, you were terrible. Greg Taves, you were good, but not amazing. And again, I think it's because he wasn't on the top line all year. So I'm not putting too much stock into underperforming top Sixers. Esa Latikainen, though, after winning Rookie of the Year last year, he still did great. Defensively, but he was still great. Pre-stop, not bad. Not bad for Dalton Pre-stop. He was on the fourth line for a good amount of this season. Tremendous season for Brooks Rogowski. Oh, my God. Way to go, Brooksy. From a career high of 35 points to now a career high of 50. Outrageous. And then Kevin He continues to do well. New career high with 35 points and 16 goals. Way to go, Kevin He. Alex McLean, since arriving here, 8 points in 20 games, plus 7. Beautiful. Beautiful. 27 hits, so he's over a hit per game. Giveaway takeaway ratio is looking pretty good, too. Perfect addition. Marco Kaltonen, 23 points. Not bad. And 21 for Zether. Okay. I mean, playoff-wise, it's going to come down to how well our top six can carry and how well we can get the secondary scoring going from the bottom six. Defensively, yep, I was afraid of that. Jordan Harris has lost gold in reverse. There's a chance he'll be a healthy scratch for us next year. If not, we might just buy him out. yeah, he's declining quickly. So, maybe we could have looked for a replacement, but we needed to give Matthias Dahl a chance this year. 50 points for Landon DuPont in what could be his final regular season here, alongside Brock Cripps, 60 points for him. And again, he is signed for 3 more years after this one. Jordan Harris, 9 goals, 28 assists, not bad. And 25 points for Austin Stewart as a rookie, pretty good. Hoping to get Stewart to be able to play lefty so he can be the replacement for Jordan Harris. Matthias Dahl did develop from a depth defenseman to a top 6. He had 20 points and a +7. That's really good. And Carson Cameron continues to just be a stalwart defensively for us. Big fan of Carson Cameron. To the point, I think I'm going to put Cameron with Stewart, and we'll drop Jordan Harris to be down with Matthias Dahl for the playoffs. I think Carson Cameron has proven he's worthy of that trust. Manny James, 910 save percentage, not bad. Not quite as good as I was hoping for a player of his caliber, but it was all right. And then how did Kevin Riedler do once he was acquired? 3 games, 3 wins, and 919. Okay. Not bad. And then again, Bernie Mathot, that -20 was a killer. That guy's a glass cannon with a shot, but yeah, that was pretty disappointing. But playoff time again. Before that, though, actually, let's take a look around the league and see how things went. Obviously, we are over a decade into this now, so a lot of players are gone. Even Connor McDavid's gone. Brady Tkachuk is not. Man, he loves turning into a beast in franchise, doesn't he? I mean, he, Bedard, 37-year-old Austin Matthews. You had Stützle, Ryabkin, and Burchild up there. Over 100 points. But Matthews, 67 goals. Tkachuk and Caulfield each hit at least 60. You had Bedard, Diorio, and, of course, Ruben Green now in Calgary. I don't think Calgary re-signed him, and they haven't. So we'll see what happens there. Defensively, well, all of a sudden now, the race for the Norris Trophy is wide open. Zane Parekh is going to win it this year, but that is because Quinn Hughes and Cale Makar are finally declining. I mean, Quinn is 35. Makar's 36. So who knows? This could be Brock Cripps' award in the future. I haven't been on in a bit. How's the game? Honestly, Danny, I've enjoyed it a lot. I think, because I don't play Ultimate Team, so like the gameplay is fun. Like I don't even mind playing ESHL. And at least compared to last year, where NHL 24 franchise, for the most part, I'm like, screw this. It took Snipe and Score's custom rosters to bring me back. I'm still enjoying this. I'm still having a lot of fun with this game. So, LFC, it's great, isn't it? It's great. I'm trying not to get my hopes up too much. It's still early. For the record, because I know Mike especially had asked about it, Kirill Koltsov did sign. We'll look at him. But Manny James, second most wins in the league. But yeah, Koltsov did end up signing with Seattle. Played 54 games. Signed 1 year at 7.7, almost 7.8 million, which again was too much. We weren't allowed to sign him for that. So we'll see what the future is for Kirill Koltsov. But we now have 0 ties to him. Dude, Dustin Wolf had 11 shutouts this year. Jesus. And then save percentage-wise, anything above a 915 was stellar, including... Oh, Jackie. Still hurts that we had to move on. He wouldn't sign with us. It still hurts, but we're not allowed to sign him for that much. And he got a no movement clause out of that, too. It hurts that he stayed in division. It really does. For the rookies, we're going to have ourselves a Calder winner, hands down. Aiden Bodens is going to become a longtime member of this team, is my guess, given that he's got 7 years left, but that is a slam dunk Calder winner. So very, very nice. And Eva Robichaud, who we traded to Calgary, he did okay, but I don't really regret getting rid of him. Oh, for 100%, I would have kept Ivankovic if it wasn't for or Ivan Kovic, whatever you prefer. If it wasn't for the rules of this franchise, I would have kept him. He would have been the first goalie I'd ever be happy to give money to. That wasn't a bit of a meme. So the Toronto Maple Leafs again. 4th in goals for versus 6th. 12th in goals against versus 23rd. First ranked power play against the 28th ranked PK, and the 6th best power play against the 2nd ranked PK. So we have a huge advantage on paper in terms of special teams. Their defense and goaltending really struggled this year, but the playoffs are a different animal. We've seen that plenty of times. Plenty of times, but yeah, I'm happy with these lines. I think we're pretty much good to go. The only thing that we need to do is send down a couple of folks. We'll send down Chikrin too, just to improve the AHL roster if we can. And Mathot will go down here as well. Might upset a couple of people based on morale, but I'm not too worried about that. It shouldn't be that big of a deal. So we'll go best lines. Caden with the primer. 23 months. Caden, I'm doing good, man. Doing good, doing good. Hanging in there, doing the best we can. Dude, this AHL team is stacked for forwards. Defensively, the chemistry sucks, but that is what it is. I don't really know if there's much of a way to fix it. I can try. Hell of a theme song. Yeah, there's not really much we can do. So I'm going to trust... I'm going to trust Peterman. It'd be more beneficial to us if Felix Peterman ends up winning with this team. So, actually, you know what? We can take out Chikrin because Westgarth and Chapman are ours. Chapman actually has a decent potential. So, yeah, again, our coach does not fit well in terms of defensive chemistry. I would imagine they have made the playoffs, by the way. Yeah, 53 wins. They're going to the playoffs. Cool. Well, one more time. One more time. Let's take a look at the Toronto Maple Leafs. This could be Austin Matthews' last hurrah. Let's hope that it is. Their lines. Matthew Nyes with 37-year-old Austin Matthews and Adam Novotny. You have Matt Maggio with Kirby Doc and Emil Heineman. Ivan Miroshnichenko, Easton Cowan, and Brady Smith. Alexei Toropchenko, who started this franchise mode on our team way back when. Way back when. My God. My goodness. He's bounced around the league a bit, too. Jean-Luc Foudy's also there. And Jacob Peltier. Jacob. Let's see. Defensively. Oh, Spotify, behave yourself here. Yeah, there we go. We'll go with that. Defensively, we shape up pretty well, but hey, this game can be weird. Artyom Vilchinsky with Adam Kleber. Gustavs Tarasov, Riker Evans, Rudolph Dreiber, and Andrew Gibson. The goaltender is looking like it's going to be Cam Livingston over Hildeby, which is the best news I could possibly have because Dennis Hildeby has been a nightmare for me. They also have Ryan Lind, Thomas Bordlow, and Robbie Yarventi as scratches. Should we win this series? Probably. Will we win this series? That's a different question now, isn't it? Game 1 against the Leafs. We can't escape them. First period, 2-1 to the Penny Pinchers. Greg Taves, Jordan Harris, and Easton Cowan for Toronto. Second period, oh my God. Look, I know we're tied, we're not losing, but that doesn't instill confidence. Goals that period, again, it's Greg Taves, his second of the game. Esalata Kainen scores, but then you also have 2 goals from Miroshnichenko And another goal for Easton Cowan. We are tied at 4 heading into the third period. I got a real bad feeling about this. I have an incredibly bad feeling about this. Leafs win game 1, 7-4. You know, Manny James was a good goalie for us in the playoffs last year. He just got pooped on. Absolutely shat upon. -3 for Misa, Bowden, Stewart. Jesus. 788. So the old Rizzler here did end up playing the final 9 minutes, but too little too late, coach, on that change. So when's that draft? Not soon enough. 7-4. Jesus. Okay. Well, definitely not playing Manny James in back-to-back games after a performance like that. Taking a 10 overall point hit in net, Kevin Riedler. Welcome to the playoffs, buddy. Let's see if you can make some saves, please. It's game number 2. First period, 4-1. A Leafs fan's favorite scoreline. Aiden Bowden's on the power play. Greg Taves on the power play. Esa Latikainen on the power play. And Jordan Harris again. Emil Heineman gets the Leafs on the board. Please don't lose this game. Second period. Oh, God, here we go. Austin Matthews makes it 4-2 as we go to the third period. A 4-0 lead has turned into a 4-2 lead, has dwindled to a 4-3 lead. Matt Maggio, who I actually traded to Toronto. I'm pretty sure. Or at least I let him go. Can we hold on? Power play, no goal, 1.5 minutes left. Bowden's the empty netter, thank God. We survive. It wasn't the prettiest. The goaltending was still incredibly suspect because Dennis Hildeby stepped in and shut the door. But thankfully, the 4 goals against Livingston were good enough. And it is a 1-1 series after the first 2 games. Damn. Great goaltending need not apply, huh? Sheesh. Well, when in doubt, swap out the goalie. Shout out to Mushy. What a name. Thank you for the follow. We are going to scratch Manny James. Sam Urson will be the third goalie in as many games to get the start for us in the playoffs. Somebody needs to be able to make a save, right? Right. Game 3. Game 3. First period. No goals. Not even 16 shots combined, goddamn. Second period. Michael Misa kicks off the scoring. Leafs get 2. Maggio and Novotny on the power play. Diorio, on the power play goal of his own, ties the game. Tie game heading into the third period. What's the worst that could happen? Maggio scores again. Diorio ties the game up at 3. 5 minutes left. Who's going to win it? Will it take overtime? Nope. No, it won't. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Alexei Toropchenko wins the game for Toronto with 41 seconds remaining. Leafs take a 2-1 series lead, and this has been the least amount of confidence I have had in our goaltending probably throughout this entire series. Holy. Okay. Talon Boyko. Welcome back, buddy. I'm desperate. 4 games, 4 different goalies, as I beg for somebody to be able to post at least a 900 save percentage. I beg of you. Game number 4 in Toronto. The Leafs are up 2-1 in the series. We are averaging 4.67 goals against through 3 games. First period, 1-0 to the Penny Pinchers, Esa Latakainen. Second period, goal apiece, Diorio. Matthew Nyes gets Toronto on the board. We go to the third period. If we lose this game, we're down 3-1. And again, we could be losing Greg Taves and Landon DuPont. Pelletier and Matthews give the Leafs the lead. Easton Cowan seals the deal more than likely. Stenberg is too little too late. The Maple Leafs have a 3-1 series lead. Hello, Monk. Man, we're cooked, aren't we? Our AHL team moves on. We are going to need 3 straight wins, or our season is over. Manny James will be back in goal for this one. I've never had 4 goalies in 4 playoff games. Hey, you got to try something different sometimes, right? Harrison Dahl is the only goaltending, only defensive tandem that's actually done well. We're going to split up Cripps and DuPont here. We'll put Cameron back on the left. I mean, Harrison Cripps can work. Dahl, DuPont, Stewart, and Cameron. We don't have a 5th goalie that's worth trying. Why not stick with the highest rated goalie? You get it? You understand why? Okay. Bowden's 4 points -1, 6 points -1. Top line's been okay. Second line's been okay. Honestly, it's just that the goaltending, the 4th line hasn't done much, but it's the 4th line. It's just that the goaltending hasn't been able to get it done. So we need to stack. It is going to be Taves, Misa, Diorio, Bowden, Stenberg, Latakainen. I'm not too excited about having multiple two-ways, or two-way playmaker, I should say, on that same line, but it's fine. We are really missing that extra sniper. That is for sure. Game 5, our series is on the line. 1 game at a time, boys. 1 period at a time. First period, 1-0. Aiden Bowden's on the power play. Stack the power play. It is still pretty stacked as it is. Second period. Goal apiece. Landon DuPont in what could be his last game on this team. and Austin Matthews, who I was hoping to retire, but hey, we need to dig ourselves out of this hole we have put ourselves in. Last 20 minutes that we are guaranteed, of course. Dalton pre-stop, the former habitant. Tarasov on the power play. Leads down the 1. Power play for the Leafs. No dice. 3, 2, 1. Thank God. There will be a 6th game. 3-2, the final score in game number 5. Rogowski, pre-stop, and DuPont lead the way, and that is our first game with at least a 900 save percentage. Also, apparently, Talon Boyko made a save despite not playing a second device, or getting a second device time. Figure that one out. Figure that one out. 1 game down, Manny James up to an 836. Let's go, Manny. Jesus. Laura. Game 6. See how it goes. First period. 1-1. Austin Matthews cannot stop scoring. Dalton pre-stop gets another one to tie the game. Second period. 3-1 to the Penny Pinchers. Greg Taves. Stewart on defense. 20 minutes left. We're up by 2. Can we force game 7? Can we force game 7 back on home ice? 8 minutes left. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There will be another game 7 between these two teams. From 3-1 down, Manny James has bounced back when we needed him the most. 1 win to go. Another game 7. James now up to an 891 save percentage. I'm not changing anything about the team. This is it. This is it. Dude, their power play is 33%. Jesus. Let's go. Game 7. First period. 2-0 to the Pinchers. Stewart in a power play tally for Alessandro Diorio. Second period. If we lose from here, I can't even be like, yep, we have it. The mindset immediately changes to, oh my God, what if we lose? 3-0. As we go to the third, the Leafs had just 12 shots. Who are they? The Boston Bruins not being able to get pucks on net? Have the Leafs blown a 3-1? Dude, look at this defense. Oh my God. The Toronto Maple Leafs have blown a 3-1 lead. We're alive. We're going to the second round. A 3-0 shutout in Game 7. Only 21 saves needed, but Manny James shuts the door. We're going to the second round. The Leafs did the thing. The Leafs did the thing. Thank God. Thank God. That was rough, and it's going to be the Boston Bruins in round 2, not even Ottawa, but man, that was scary. That was very, very scary. Let's go look at the stats from the other page. We survive a perilous situation. Diorio, Latikainen, both phenomenal. Misa, I mean, the high-end scorers were putting up points. Honestly, the secondary scoring was really good, too. The fourth line didn't accomplish much, but, I mean, they're the fourth line. It is what it is. Need a little bit more out of Brock Cripps, especially defensively. Great series for Matthias Dahl in his first playoff action. And in goal, it was a rough start for Manny James in the playoffs. Game 1, he was atrocious. But games 5 and then especially 6 and 7. Way to go, Manny. Way to go. You keep the playoff dream alive, the championship dream alive. Well, we know who it's going to be in round number 2. It's our old pals, the Boston Bruins.